Oh my goodness, I can't believe it actually happened. John Bolton, in just a few minutes ago, was just officially indicted. As the mustache man now is going to be processed and charged here, as the news is absolutely huge as people are responding to this by "this is exactly what I voted for," and massive celebrations as it looks like Donald Trump's redemption arc is here. It looks like he's meaning business, and for a lot of the doomer black pillars, it looks like they were wrong. As right now we have a series of events that we're going to talk about in this particular video, as well as the bigger implications here, as there's a possibility that John Bolton might have potentially leaked information to countries in the Middle East. Yes, you heard that correctly, as there's a correlated story here with some Iranian hacking attacks and an AOL account. These boomers, I swear. We're going to get into it. The 18 charges of indictment against John Bolton. Holy cow. I never thought this day would come. We're going to talk about this breaking news right now in this independent media broadcast. If you appreciate these type of breaking news videos, subscribe, click the notification button, because we got a lot to get into. Now, this has been leading up after a raid happened at John Bolton's house. The media was like, oh no, how dare Donald Trump raid John Bolton's house. Well, they raided a whole bunch of Donald Trump supporters, his lawyers, his own home himself in Mar-a-Lago. As now, the pulling of the string happened slowly and surely, and it looks like there was a big plan here. At first, Donald Trump pulled the security clearance for John Bolton. Then he pulled his security detail. Now he raided him and officially indicted him. As Robert Barnes here responds, the war whores loser used AOL. Breaking, former national security advisor, the worst one. He, by the way, destroyed deliberately a peace deal that Donald Trump was working on with North Korea. Donald Trump was making incredible progress. John Bolton stepped in, said, oh yeah, look at Korea here, following the Libyan model, meaning that Kim Jong-un was essentially threatened to be shish kebab online television with Hillary Clinton laughing and cheering all about it. Anyway, now he has been indicted by a federal grand jury. This is important because a lot of people are like, why is Trump doing this? A federal grand jury found him guilty of mishandling classified information after he sent sensitive national security documents through a personal AOL account. All right? As people are like, he used an AOL account? Right to jail. Someone said, you've got jail. Another person, I heard he stuffed the information in his mustache. The internet is undefeated today, as overwhelmingly it is celebrating this major move that a lot of people thought wasn't going to happen. I'll be honest, I was skeptical. I was like, is he going to do this? Is he not going to do this? It looks like he's doing this. MSNBC, they look shocked. Good.
Yeah, so John Bolton was charged with 18 federal counts, and I apologize, I'm going to look down. I'm reading this. We're still just getting this. We have the first 8 counts are transmission of national defense information. The second set of 9 counts, that's counts 9 through 18, is retention of national defense information. And that looks like it's U.S. Code Title 19, Section 793D and E, which is part of the Espionage Act. Now, there was another statute that they were considering, and it looks like they've only charged him with those Espionage Act statutes, but we're still reading through this indictment. It's 26 pages long.
Wow. That's a big indictment. All right, that's a lot to deal with.
There's a lot of background information here, and I apologize, but we're literally just getting this in right now, so I'm still...
Is this political retribution? Now, that's what the left's going to argue. The right's going to deny it. Yeah. And you know what? What happened to Donald Trump? That was political retribution as well. As I warned, the pendulum swings back and forth. And listen, John Bolton didn't do himself any favors by double-crossing Donald Trump, lying, destroying peace deals. And then as soon as leaving the administration, he was talking trash about him. And Donald Trump was like, what? As now, people on the right are saying, no one is above the law. That's what the left said when Donald Trump was indicted. Mark Hamill, Jamal Bowman, Joe Biden, Chuck Schumer, Tisha James. No one's above the law. Amy Klobuchar. No one's above the law. Government Pritzker. No one's above the law. Pritzker, by the way, huge money from gambling. Interesting. I think that is worth federally investigating here. As Donald Trump was just asked about this, right? And this is what he had to say.
President John Bolton was just indicted by a grand jury in Maryland. Do you have a reaction to that?
I didn't know that. You tell me for the first time, but I think he's, a bad person. I think he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's a bad guy. It's too bad, but it's the way it goes.
Yeah, awful guy. There's memes of the guy waking up in cold sweats because of the prospects of peace. As of course, he was one of the biggest warmongers, the biggest neoconservative, the biggest propellant of the Project for a New American Century and this type of doctrine that has destroyed American prosperity, American liberty, American freedom, and everything now is now finally coming back on to him. Now again, Bolton, he was literally going after Donald Trump for the same issue that Donald Trump and the DOJ went after him for. There's just really crazy clip here. I'm going to play, before I play that clip, we got to pay the bills around here. So you got to check out wearechange.shop. We got a great shop. We got a lot of great products available to you. One of the first ones that might be helping out John Bolton now, which I recommend him take and other people take, especially after talking with their medical professional and doctor before putting anything into your body, is ashwagandha. It's really great, really powerful. Some people shouldn't take it. Don't take it if you're pregnant. You have thyroid issues, liver issues. Take it 1 month out of the year. I don't take it more than 1 month out of the year. That's what Andrew Huberman recommends. Medical doctors recommend 3 months out of the year. For me, this is really powerful stuff. Helps lower cortisol. Helps testosterone. Helps sleep. Helped me out a lot. When I was finally having a big kind of shock wake-up call, like, man, I got to really take care of myself. I'm not taking care of myself at all. Ashwagandha was the first supplement after doing some research, and I was like, listen, this stuff really helped me. It could potentially help other people, and that's why I decided to sell it. That was the first product in our store for a reason. Really great, really powerful stuff. Cannot recommend it enough. wearechange.shop. Just again, with any type of supplementation, and a lot of people who sell are like, just take all of it, buy all the month's supply, do it, take it. I'm like, no, some of these things aren't right for you. I had a female friend. She was dealing with a lot of stress. A doctor recommended ashwagandha. She took it. Her cortisol levels normalized. Her hormone levels normalized, and it helped her out tremendously. Now, there's some people that just shouldn't take it. Okay, do your own homework. And again, with any kind of supplementation, I'm always super careful. I remember I was hanging out with Tim. Tim was like, oh, take this. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Let me read the ingredients. Let me take a quarter of it. Let's see how I feel. Let's see, let me do my research. Always be cautious before putting anything into your own body. There's a great video here up. If you click, that plays and talks about ashwagandha. Check it out. wearechange.shop and support this independent media organization. Look at these. These ladies are not happy. The establishment isn't happy. The left wing isn't happy. As of course, John Bolton, just a few years ago, was literally on NBC News saying this.
The president had a habit of asking to retain sensitive documents. And from time to time, he did that, and we didn't know what happened to them. And it was always a concern that because he didn't really fully understand the risks to sources and methods and other dangers of revealing classified information, that it might get out to the wrong people.
Yeah, and then, of course, this is what Donald Trump got raided for. Even though Joe Biden literally had classified documents in his garage with the door wide open, reporters are walking around, classified documents right there, and the judge is like, oh, he's too unfit. Donald Trump got held responsible for that. And you know what? Now he's holding John Bolton responsible for violating the thing that he was warning about Donald Trump violating. Rich. As of course, Mike Cernovich points out here, Bolton saved all of these documents so he could make money off of a book. He put his own financial greed above national security. Sean Davis here. No one is above the law. And again, that's what the right's saying. And listen, There's also weird types of travels to Qatar that John Bolton did. What's going on here? People are accusing him of selling some of those secrets to foreign nations or being lobbied by foreign nations. What happened here? I don't know. But we do know that Iranian hackers did target a lot of the people on the right. And it is alleged that Iranian hackers hacked John Bolton. Now, John Bolton has secret classified national security documents in an AOL account, not known for the best of security, by the way, right? AOL. Goodness gracious. An AOL account. He has AOL, and then he gets hacked by the Iranian. Do the Iranians have these national security documents right now? Did they get them? Right? Because the Iranians allegedly hacked everyone. There's always an Iranian hacker, allegedly. Glenn Greenwald points out, Bolton was really a stickler about classified information. Again, he said Donald Trump, he's not taking care of classified information. Snowden, he should be hanged as a traitor for releasing classified information, even though Snowden did it through Glenn Greenwald, right? And they were working to do it in a kind of journalistic way. Unlike the accusations against Julian Assange and WikiLeaks, Snowden was like, okay, I'll work through the proper party. He tried to go to the proper parties, didn't work. He was like, okay, I'll go to Hong Kong. Glenn Greenwald, meet me there. Here's the documents. Report on them. A bunch of those documents still haven't got reported on, as people were saying, release the documents. And there's a big question around that. But as Glenn Greenwald puts it, Bolton on leaking classified information. Give him what he wants. That's a bit of an extreme statement. I wouldn't say that, but the irony here is just rich. I mean, this is just absolutely wild. And again, all of the chickens come home to roost. Now, Myron Games says, the Trump retribution arc is here. The Democrats started the lawfare, so now it's coming back to them. And he says, James Comey, Letitia James, John Bolton, indicted, and Schiff is probably next. Listen, yeah, these cases, same exact cases, almost identical, that have happened to Trump, his surrogates, his lawyers, his supporters. Am I going to be shedding a tear now for them? No. Again, what did they expect to happen here? Now, the FBI just released a statement 34 minutes ago saying the justice system statement regarding the indictment of former National Security Advisor John Bolton. This is what they said. The FBI's investigation revealed that John Bolton allegedly transmitted top secret information using personal online accounts and retained said documents in his house in direct violation of federal law. The case was based on meticulous work from dedicated career professionals at the FBI who followed the facts without fear or favor. Weaponization of justice will not be tolerated, and this FBI will stop at nothing to bring to justice anyone who threatens our national security. Now, listen, you show me the man, you show me the crime. You can read the indictments right now, by the way. I'll just post them up here. Again, lengthy indictment here. So lots of people bringing up, what else are we going to find out here? What else are we not hearing about here? Because listen, this is big news, and it wouldn't surprise me if there's more stuff that hasn't been yet publicly revealed regarding this, or some maybe potential consequences that we're going to be finding out later. Now, the responses to all of this are pretty indicative. As the Red-Headed Libertarian posted this. We have officially, and someone wrote, we have officially reached the FO stage of FAFO, folks. Douglas Baker writes, a national security advisor who sends sensitive docs to himself via AOL, and this guy advises other people on security? Sure. Okay. Wow. Again, all of this stuff now. I mean, especially with the stuff that happened with Trump, especially with the stuff that happened with Snowden, all of this kind of happening now really is pictures here. Oh, my goodness. People are posting handcuffs. Overall, very favorable reaction here from one of the staunchest, biggest war hawks out there. Now, people are saying, I can't wait for the perp walk. I don't know if the Trump administration is going to do that. They're not being as heavy-handed as the previous administration was on them. They had perp walks. They had mugshots. They're not doing that to James Comey. They had morning raids with major media organizations. They're waiting. Now, it's also important to note that he is being charged under the Espionage Act. Now, again, lots of people that say nothing will happen. Let's be honest, they were wrong. In some ways, I was wrong too. I was a little bit skeptical, I'll be honest. I was like, I don't know if Trump's going to do this. He's playing very soft. He's playing very light. And again, he still is comparatively to what they did to him here. But again, having John Bolton literally talk about how he's going to, we're going to see the end of Donald Trump's political career because he didn't handle classified information correctly when he wasn't doing it himself, just highlights just how the establishment is as brazen and as just absolutely full of it that we could even possibly imagine. I mean, just think about it. Going on grandstanding, like, he handles classified misinformation wrong. He's going to be down for it. And then you do it yourself for a book? And then you get hacked by Iran? And they're doing trips to Qatar? Huh.
Neither I nor anybody else.
This is from a few years ago when they were going after Trump for not handling classified information correctly.
Not involved in the case knows what's in the documents yet. But I do know what kinds of documents were put in front of the president during my time, I'm sure during the entire 4 years of his term. And they did go to absolute, the most important secrets that the United States has, directly affecting national security, directly affecting the lives and safety of our service members and our civilian population.
Yeah, tell me more.
If he has anything like what the indictment alleges, and of course the government will have to prove it, then he has committed very serious crimes. This is a devastating indictment. I speak here as an alumnus of the Justice Department myself, because not only is it powerful, it's very narrowly tailored. They didn't throw everything up against the wall to see what would stick. This really is a rifle shot, and I think it should be the end of Donald Trump's political career.
Well, it wasn't. And Donald Trump listened to that, and now he's like, oh, maybe you have some classified documents. Oh, you do? On an AOL account? Huh. As Hans McKay writes, John Bolton handed over 1,000 pages from his time as National Security Advisor, including material classified up to top secret SCI, to two people who had no clearance to see it. Even the fake news is struggling to spin that one, reading a part of the indictment. Wow. Who are these two other individuals? I don't know yet. They haven't been named. It looks like in the indictment here. But goodness, golly gracious, what a day. I already did another video that was supposed to come out now. We'll release it tomorrow morning. This one obviously takes, it's obviously just breaking news happening right now. Greg Prince writes, according to John Bolton's indictment, he allegedly sent classified information over to his personal mail account that was then hacked into by agents of Iran. Was it Iran? Was it somebody else? Was it false flag? I don't know. I questioned a lot of the kind of Iranian hacking allegations. I know Roger Stone was allegedly hacked too. He's very confused and perplexed about what was actually really going on here as well. But CNN even is talking about the kind of diary notes here and how they see this situation.
And from our Caitlin Polans, who has been reporting on the possible indictment of John Bolton, the former national security advisor for President Trump in his first term. Caitlin, what do we know?
Casey, John Bolton, the former national security advisor to Donald Trump, a longtime federal government official, has been indicted by a grand jury. We are learning that through two different sources from our producer, Hannah Rabinowitz at the Justice Department. And we have confirmed that the grand jury was in today with the lead prosecutor on that case.
Yeah, people need to understand, because the left is going to be like, Trump just did this. Trump's like, I don't know what's going on. It's a grand jury. Huh.
The same prosecutor who had been on some of the documents of the search of Bolton's house just 2 months ago, or not even 2 months ago, a prosecutor who also has some experience in investigating these sorts of things. He was a prosecutor that was also working on the Biden classified documents, handling investigation that led to no charges. But in this situation, the bulk of this case, it's been going on for several years, and our understanding is that it's about John Bolton's use of an email account with AOL, an email account where he was writing diary-like notes and summaries of his time as National Security Advisor to himself, at times even sending them to his wife and daughter. And that is the sort of thing that
that might be the two individuals.
The Justice Department does say frequently, not just in the climate of a Trump administration, that that's something that you should not do. We have seen many charges like this before of other high-ranking officials, and that also with John Bolton in those search warrants, and what we're very likely to see in court going forward is that the Justice Department saying he should have known better.
I think we saw a similar thing with Petraeus, by the way. Crazy day. Are you happy that this is happening? Press 1. If you're not happy, press 2. Let me know. I'm curious what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for supporting independent media, supporting your own individual health. I want to be here for you guys doing your homework, research, trying to become a better, awesome, more incredible human being. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.